time is it, you say? Well, it's time for another lesson. Today we're going to talk about how to tell time. Hoe laat is het? Hoe laat is het? If you watched the Common Phrases video, you already know this one, but it means how late is it? We say how late in Dutch instead of what time is it? Hoe laat is het? Well, here we see it's 5 o'clock. So we say het is 5 uur. Uur actually means hour instead of a clock like we have in English. So we actually say it is 5 hour. Het is 5 uur. Okay, so now it's 5:30. Now instead of saying het is 5:30, we say het is 5:30. Half can also be pronounced half, like the 12 can be pronounced as 12, like there's an invisible vowel in between the L and the F. But we say it like this instead of 5:30. It is 5:30. In English, we would say it is 5:45. But in Dutch, they say it is 6:15. Het is 6:15. Notice we don't put the word a here either. We don't say it is a quarter until 6. We say it is 6:15. Het is 6:15. Now it's 10 minutes past 6. We say het is 6:10. Over can mean several different things, but in this case it means past. It is 10 past 6. Het is 6:10. At 6:25, we would do it a different way. We would say het is 6:05. Now, 6:05 means 6:30. So it is 5 before 6:30. Het is 6:05. Now you give it a try. Hoe laat is het? Het is 7 uur. Hoe laat is het? Het is 7:30. Or het is 7:30. Hoe laat is het? Het is 7:15. Hoe laat is het? Het is 8:15. We talked about the word middag already, but here's a little something different you can do. If you add an apostrophe S separate from the word, and then an S on the end of a word, you get smiddags. Smiddags. And this means in the afternoon or afternoons. You would use this if you were saying, for example, in the afternoon, I watch TV. Or perhaps, some afternoons, I watch TV. The same thing works with these other words as well. You just have your apostrophe S in the beginning and separated from the word, and then an S on the end of the words. So this makes 's morgens and 's ochtends, meaning mornings or in the morning, and 's avonds and 's nachts, meaning evenings or in the evening, and nights or in the nights. Like you could say, some nights I watch TV, or I watch TV in the evening, something like that. You could use this method to say it is 12 noon. Het is 12 uur 's middags. Or it is 12 in the afternoon. You could use this for any time in the afternoon. Now, while you could say het is 12 uur 's nachts, there's actually a word that means midnight. Middernacht. Middernacht. The hands on the clock can be said two different ways. For the long hand, we can say de lange hand. De lange hand. The ng here is just like the ng in English. Or we can say the minute hand. This actually says the minute pointer. It's pronounced de minutenwijzer. De minutenwijzer. And then we have the short hand, de korte hand. De korte hand. Or if you want to say the hour hand, you would say de uurwijzer. De uurwijzer. Okay, so it's 3 o'clock here. But let's talk about what the hands are doing. So the long hand points toward the 12. De lange hand wijst naar de 12. Wijst means points, and naar means to or towards. The long hand points to the 12. And of course, in place of lange hand, we could say minutenwijzer. De korte hand wijst naar de 3. We can also say uurwijzer instead of korte hand. Now it's 3:30. De lange hand wijst naar de 6. En de korte hand wijst naar de 3. Okay, now it's 12 o'clock. Surely there's a way we can say both the long and the short hand are pointing toward the 12. And in fact there is. Beide handen wijzen naar de 12. This word means both, and more than one hand would be handen. And wijzen means to point, but also means points when you're talking about more than one is pointing. So both hands are pointing toward the 12. A few lessons back, we talked about the pen is laying on the table, or the cup is standing on the table. What about the clock? The clock is on the wall. So we say, de klok hangt aan de muur. Hangt means hangs, or is hanging, and aan is another word for on. Sometimes we use aan, sometimes we use op when we're saying the word on. Depends on what we're talking about. If we say something is on the table, then we use op de tafel. If it's on the wall, we say it's aan de muur instead of op. And if there's more than one clock on the wall, then we say de klokken hangen aan de muur. Hangen means to hang, but it also means more than one item is hanging on the wall. Now you know how to tell time and how to talk about the hands on the clock and where they're pointing. Stay tuned. Coming up next is the weather forecast. In the next lesson, we're going to talk about the weather. Tot de volgende keer.